Hello, cataract surgeons. Let's watch this interesting case. This is nuclear sclerosis in a patient with the iris and some zonular colmboma. So there is zonular loss and iris colmboma at 6 o'clock position. Now at 12 o'clock position in your screen. I'm sitting superiorly. This is topical anesthesia, and we're asking the patient to look down so we can make a perfect paracentesis. Vision blue is staining the capsule, and we're gonna start our case. Now, main wound is coming in, and the first step is do not use the obturator forceps to puncture the capsule, but rather use a sharp cystotome, because these capsules have usually weak zonules, and hitting them with the blunt instrument while doing the capsular access might further extend the zonular loss or the zonular diastasis. So better like to go with a sharp needle and puncture the capsule, and gently running the flap 360. Gentle hydrodissection, very gentle hydrodissection, and better like to do hydrodelineation as well to extract this nucleus easily. Now, in normal circumstances, I would probably go with a direct chop, like here with my chopper all the way to the 6 o'clock position, and then do a horizontal chop. But here I would rather avoid that and avoid going to the far periphery of 6 o'clock or 12 o'clock in your screen, 6 o'clock in the patient's eye. And instead of like sending the chopper tip all the way to the equator near the weak zonules, I would rather debulk the center a little bit and then slowly vacuum the peripheral cataract parts to the center, rather than having the blunt chopper manipulating that area and causing stress on that weak zonules. Slowly we're gonna make our way, like debulking the center and then making our way to remove the periphery. Instead of making crazy move inside the eye, we can do hydrodissection to ensure gentle management of the epinucleus and the nucleus matter. Gently we are applying some simple vacuum, some viscodissection, and some mild rotation or gentle rotation to remove this nucleus and epinucleus matter. Now, the idea here is not to go with not to do crazy manipulations inside the eye. Don't put your chopper in the far periphery, especially when where the zonules are weak or lost. Here both the iris tissue and the zonules are lost at 12 o'clock position in your screen, 6 o'clock position in the patient's eye. Gently we're removing the cortex and keeping an eye on the rexus margin and making sure that it's round all the time, and anytime that your rexus margin is becoming oval or irregular in shape, that's an indication that your capsule is weak and something is wrong something wrong is going on. Gently we're removing the rest of the cortex and the epinucleus with the viscodissection, expressing it like out of the bag and then releasing it from the bag and the posterior capsule, and gently removing it with the IA mode. Luckily, this patient has only one clock hour of zonular loss, so we don't really need CTR. At the end here, like there is some cortical sheet. We're gonna remove it gently, and then there's some tiny posterior capsular opacity. We're gonna polish it and gently vacuum it on the polish mode. Now, this is also an important part. Fill up the ECU and the bag with viscoelastic. Assess the zonules again. Gently inject the IOL so you don't extend the zonular loss any further. And in this case, we're going to put the haptics at the zonular loss area, so the haptics will push the bag all the way to the periphery to compensate for the lost zonules. There is no need to put CTR in this case. The haptics will do just fine.